Hello, how are you today? I am Flash Isaac. Today I'll be taking you through things in mathematics that people in nursery, primary and secondary school find difficult. Now, if your background is not good in maths, you continue to struggle. And the background is usually very basic, and the earlier you know them, the better for you. For example, if I say 1 plus 1, you simply say 2, and you say this is addition. Anytime you see a number standing on its own without a sign, assume it to be positive. Positive sign means plus, while negative sign means minus. So now, the sign is affecting the number after it. This is plus. This plus is affecting this one. It's not this one. This is not the one that the plus is affecting. So if I say 1 plus 1, this implies that this is plus 1 and this is 1. And since this one is carrying no sign, it's also positive. So if I write 5, it is the same thing as plus 5. If I write 10, it's the same thing as plus 10. So if I say 1 plus 1, it means plus 1 plus 1. This is equals 2. Now, how about I say minus 1 plus 1? In this case, the minus is affecting this, the plus is affecting this. This is what you use to remember all these things. We assume minus means you are owing. It's not for you, it's negative. While plus means you have, you are given, your own. If I say, wow, that's a plus to you, it means it's for you, it's kudos, it's addition. So if I say minus me, get behind me, it means it's going out of me, it's no longer me. Minus means you are owing. So minus 1 means you are owing somebody 1. Now plus 1 means you have 1, you paid. So if you're owing somebody 1 and you pay 1, which is plus 1, what will remain? You will not have anything. So therefore, minus 1 plus 1 is equals 0. How about minus 2 plus 1? Interpreting this, we can say that you are owing 2, but you have 1. So from the one you have, you paid the person or you paid out. This implies that you will still be owing 1 because you paid 1 out of the 2 you are owing. So therefore, the answer is minus 1, meaning you are owing 1. So how about minus 1 plus 2? Minus 1 plus 2 implies that you are owing 1 and you have 2. So you've been able to pay out of the 2 you have. You've paid 1 out. You still be having 1, right? So this is what? 1. So same vein, if you have minus 2, this means that you are owing somebody 2 and you still went ahead to borrow another 2. So what will happen? You are owing. So it's minus 4. The 4 is not for you, you are owing. So do solve this for me. Plus 4, solve it, let me wait. If you got minus 5, you are correct. You are owing 2, you borrowed another 3, that means you are owing 5. If you got 3 here, you are correct. You are owing 1, you have 4, so you paid a 1, you have 3. So this is a basic thing you should know. While solving questions, you see a situation where you have to come across all these stuffs. Now, if you say something like 5 minus 2 plus 1, how would you solve this question? Or 5 minus 2 times 1. 2 plus 5 minus 2 times 1. 1, 2. Now, if you see something like this, you can go ahead to solve. You can say 2 plus 1 is 3. That means you have 3 here. 5 minus 3, that's 2. You can as well say 5 minus 2, that's 3. 5 minus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. You see? So the same question, you are getting different results. Look at it once again. Let's say you are starting from here. 5 minus 2 is 3, right? 3 plus 1, 4. Now, if you are starting from here, this is negative, this is positive. Minus 2 plus 1, that's minus 1. We are owing 2, you paid 1, right? Now, minus 1, 5 minus 1 will give you 4. So in these two cases, we got it correctly. But the first thing we did, that we added these 2, that we said 2 plus 1 is 3, and we got 2. That's wrong, because this is minus 2. The minus is affecting these 2, not this 5. So if you are adding or subtracting and you see something like this, make sure to know what the minus is affecting. Don't just say, okay, 2 plus 1 is 3. No. Or you see something like this and you go ahead and say, okay, this is 3 now, 2 plus 1 is 3. No. You have to what? Be conscious of that. Now, for this, we have addition, we have subtraction, and we have multiplication. Anytime you see addition, when you see plus or minus mixed with division or multiplication, you use BODMAS. You use BODMAS. BODMAS is not a grammar. It just shows the order in which you should solve the question. Start from bracket if there is bracket. There is no bracket here. Off or order. There's no order here. There's no off. There's no exponential function. No power. Next, division. There's no division. Well, what's next? Multiplication. So we have multiplication here, and we have minus 2 times 1. So we have to what? Multiply. So you write 2 plus 5. Since this is closer to the multiplication, this. So we say minus 2 times 1. This will give you minus 2. So we've broken this down. After multiplication, what next? Addition. So this is plus, this is plus. So you add 5 plus 2 or 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 minus 2. So this is 5. Or better still, 2 minus 2 remaining 5. Now look at something else. Multiplication. I've told you how to solve all this in addition. 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Now, how about you see something like this? Minus 2 times minus 2. What was the answer? Is it minus 4? Is it 4? What do you think it is? Or are you trying to say we should say cannot? So when you see something like this, minus times minus is plus. It's plus. So when you multiply two negative, you get positive. So minus times minus is plus. Is 4, or you say plus 4. Minus, in fact, anytime you are multiplying, so long there is 2 minus, the answer is plus. If there is 2 plus, the answer is plus. If there is just 1 minus, the answer will be minus. Remember, evil communication corrupts good manner. So minus times plus will still give you minus. So minus 2 times 2 will give you minus 4. So this is minus 2, this is 2. I told you, any number that is standing on its own is still the same thing as positive. So minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. Then minus plus 2 or normal 2 times 2 is equals 4. Then 2 times minus 4, which means here is plus, is equals, or 2 times minus 2 is equals minus 4. So from this, we can deduce that minus times minus is equals plus. And minus standing alone is the same thing as minus 1. So you can say this is the same thing as minus 1 times minus 1 is equals plus 1 or plus or 1. Because when you have s like this is the same thing as 1s. Is that okay? So we can conclude that minus times minus is equals plus, plus times plus is equals plus, then minus times plus is equals minus, plus times minus is equals minus. So next time I say minus 2 times 1, the answer is minus 2, not 2. So you get to a point where science becomes very important. If you don't take note of all these things, you get to a level where you solve problems, you get answer, and they mark it wrong. You see, I've answered this question, or how come I still failed it? So you need to take note of all these signs. Okay, now look at something like this. If I say 2 plus 1 and 2. First, what does this mean? When you have brackets, anything outside the bracket is multiplying the bracket. Whether there is times here or not, it's multiplying it. Which implies that if you have 2 plus 1, this is multiplying the bracket. And there are ways you can do this. Add what is inside. So you have 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 2 or 2 times 3 is 6. Or you can multiply this by each of the stuff in the bracket. You can say 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 times 1 is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Now look at something else. If I say 2 plus s, what's the answer? It is not equal to 2s. So this not equals 2s. Okay, that brings me to this. This means equals to. This means not equal to. This stands for greater than. This stands for lesser than. This is greater than or equal to. Lesser than or equal to. So if I say 2 plus s not equals 2s, it means it's not equal to 2s, because you cannot add numbers and letters. No, you can't add them together. It remains the same. So 2 plus s, the answer is 2 plus s. So you can't mix them up. You can't add them. That's how they work. Similarly, if I say 2 minus s, this is the same thing as 2 minus s. You can't solve them, you can't add them, you can't subtract them. It's the same. However, you can multiply 2 times s is equals 2s. 2 times y is equals 2y. 2 times a is equals 2a. Now, how about this? How about this? How about I say s plus s? They are the same, similar, so you can add them. S plus s is equals 2s. Then 2s plus s is equals, you already have 2s, you are adding 1s, so this will give you 3s. 4s plus 5s will give you 9s. But s plus y is equals s plus y. You cannot add two different alphabets together. You can't. It's not possible. So it remains the same. But I can say s times y. This will give me sy. Merge them. I can say a times y. This will give me ay. Okay? Now, good. Another thing, when you multiply two similar alphabets, let's say s times s, you get s squared. So it will raise to the power of the number they are. So if I say y times y, it will give you y squared, which is the same thing as y raised to the power of 2. If I say y times y times y, this is y into 3 places. This is y raised to the power of 3. If I say 2s times 3s, this is equals 2 times 3 is 6. S times s is s squared. So this is s squared. Hope you are getting this. So these are basic things that you should understand. Basic background that you should learn now, so that mathematics doesn't get difficult for you. If I give something like this, if I say 2 plus, if I say 2s plus 5 or 2s plus 6, you can't solve this thing. Let me cancel this. You can't solve. You can't look for s here because it's an expression. So if I give you something like this, I say look for s, the best you can do is probably to factorize and say okay, 2 can divide 6 can divide 2. You say okay, 2 out, s plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is the same thing as 3. 2s plus 3. And if you are opening bracket, this is how you open bracket. Multiply this by this, then multiply this by this. 2 times s is 2s. This is plus, so plus 2 times 3 is 6. So this is the same thing. However, you cannot look for s in this expression. You can't look for s. That's why this comes in. So why this is expression, this is an equation. This is an expression. When there's no equality sign or equal to sign, it is called expression. But when you have the equality sign, it is called equation. So with this, we can solve this. Look at this rule. If I give you 2s plus 6, it equals 0. There is something called like terms. Bringing together terms that are similar, that are alike. Now, this one carries alphabets. They are together. This one is just a number. They are not the same. Then 0 is a number. So 0 and 6 are similar, while this is on its own. Therefore, and there's equality sign, you collect like terms. The ones that are alike should be in one place. So since this is on its own, we can leave this here, 2s. The equality sign equals, this is 0, 0. Okay? Now we are taking this one there. I told you earlier that this plus is affecting this. So when you are moving this to the other side, it's crossing the equality sign. The sign change, it is negative. So when a positive number crosses the equality sign, it becomes negative. When a negative number crosses the equality sign, it becomes positive. So this will give you minus 6 instead of plus 6. So we have 2s is equals 0 minus 6, nothing, minus 6, it remains minus 6, nothing is out of it. So minus 6. Now how do we get our s? We do everything to make sure that we have only s, because we are not looking for 2s, we are looking for s. Now look at this. However, we say divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 would cancel. That means we will have s or just one s remaining equals minus 6. But it won't be correct. In mathematics, what happens to the left side should happen to the right side so that the equation becomes balanced. Therefore, we divide here by 2 also. 6 divided by 2 is 3. The minus remains minus 3. So s is equals minus 3. That's what s is. Now we can prove this equation. Let me rewrite. The equation says 2s plus 6 is equals 0. And we've solved s to be minus 3. So let's prove that s is actually minus 3 by putting s here. This is called substitution. In maths, you come across a lot of substitution. It means to replace. Now look at it. This is 2. Instead of s, we are now replacing it with minus 3. So minus 3 plus 6 is equals 0. 2 times minus 3. To open bracket, you multiply. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Remember, plus times minus is minus. This is the same thing as plus 2. And this is bracket. To open bracket, you are multiplying it. So this is the same thing as plus 2 times minus 3 plus 6 equals 0. So 2 times minus 3 is minus 6 plus 6 equals 0. Now, minus means you are owing. Plus means you have. You are owing 6 and you paid 6. You have 0 equals 0. That means everything here is 0 equals 0. So the equation is balanced. The left hand side is equal to the right hand side. The next thing you look at is opening of brackets. Now let's see how you open brackets. If you are giving 2 plus 3 and you have a single number outside, and you are giving 2 plus 3 and 2 plus 3, or another one, 2 plus 3 and 2 minus 3. When you see something like this, how do you solve it? How do you open the bracket? It's easy. To open this bracket, multiply this by this and this by this. So multiply the number by each of the stuff inside the bracket. Look at this. I'll say this 2 times this 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times plus 3 is 6 plus 6. Because this is the same as plus. So when you multiply, there's no issue. Don't let it confuse you. When you see something like this, multiply normally. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. You will not have issue. But when we get here, where we have negative sign, you have to be careful. I will show you. Now for this, multiply this by this, multiply this by this, then you come and multiply this by this and multiply this by this. So 2 times this 2 is 4. 2 times this 3 is 6. So plus 6. Then plus 3 times this 2 is 6. 3 times this 3 is 9. So this will give you 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 9, 25. Okay, now look at this. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 times minus 3. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. So this will now be minus 6. Minus times plus is minus. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. Plus times minus is 9. 4 minus 6, you have 4, you are owing 6. Then you paid 4, you still be owing 2. This will give you minus 2. Minus 2 plus 6 will give you 4. You have 6, you paid 2, you have 4. 4 minus 9, you have 4, and you owe 9, you paid 4, you still be left with minus 5. Now you see that the same number, just because of the sign, this gives you 5, this gives you 25. So thank you for watching part 1 of mathematics basics for nursery, primary and secondary school people. Watch out for part 2. Thank you.